Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between the hills, there lived a sweet little girl named Karen. She had no mother, and her father was poor, so they lived in a humble cottage. Despite their hardships, Karen was a kind-hearted girl, loved by everyone in the village. But there was one thing that Karen couldn't resist: a pair of dazzling red shoes. One day, as she was walking past a beautiful shop in the village square, her eyes fell upon the most exquisite pair of red shoes she had ever seen. They were made of the finest satin, sparkling with silver threads, and they seemed to call her name. "Oh, how I wish I could have them," she thought. To her surprise, a kind old lady noticed her longing and offered to give Karen the shoes for free, telling her, "These shoes will make you the most beautiful girl in the village. But be careful, for they carry a magic that is not easy to control." Ignoring the warning, Karen eagerly accepted the shoes and put them on. Put them the moment she did, something magical happened. The shoes sparkled brighter than the stars, and Karen felt as if she was walking on air. But she also began to change. Instead of her usual kind, humble self, she became obsessed with the attention her new shoes brought her. She ignored her chores, her friends, and her duties. All she could think about was showing off the shoes. The next day, as Karen danced and twirled in her red shoes, something strange happened. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't stop dancing. The shoes seemed to have a life of their own, pulling her feet faster and faster. She cried out for help, but no one could stop her. The more she danced, the faster she went, until she was far from the village, deep in the forest. She begged the shoes to stop, but they wouldn't listen. Her feet were sore, and her body was exhausted, but the shoes wouldn't let her rest. Karen realized the true cost of her vanity. The shoes had taken away her happiness, her freedom, and her kindness. In her desperation, she remembered the old lady's warning and cried out, "Please help me! Take away the shoes!" Just then an angel appeared before her and said, "You have learned the lesson of vanity and greed, but it is not too late to change." The angel waved their hand, and the red shoes disappeared. Karen fell to the ground, exhausted but finally free. She returned to the village, where she humbled herself and worked hard to regain the trust and love of her friends and family. From that day on, Karen was known for her kindness, humility, and generosity, and she never let vanity or temptation lead her astray again. And so, Karen lived a happy and fulfilling life, no longer obsessed with outward appearances, but with the love and kindness she shared with others. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more enchanting tales.